Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking corporate fraud cases in recent times, the Wirecard scandal. This is a modern tale of deception, financial manipulation, and a company that fooled the world. Buckle up, because this is a story you won't want to miss.
In the world of fintech, Wirecard was once a shining star. Based in Germany, Wirecard AG was a global digital payments company that seemed to be leading the way in financial innovation. Their technology was cutting edge, their services were in high demand, and their stock price was soaring. I was working in the finance sector and saw firsthand how Wirecard was revolutionizing digital payments. Their innovative payment solutions were transforming the way businesses and consumers handled transactions. From online shopping to mobile payments, Wirecard's technology was making everything faster, more secure, and incredibly convenient. With offices in various countries, Wirecard's influence was truly global. They were not just a German company, they were a worldwide phenomenon. They formed partnerships with major companies, further solidifying their position in the market. These collaborations allowed them to expand their services and reach even more customers. The team at Wirecard was known for their creativity and forward-thinking approach. They were constantly working on new projects and ideas to stay ahead of the competition. Year after year, Wirecard's financial growth was impressive. Investors were eager to get a piece of the action, and the company's valuation continued to climb. Wirecard's impact on the fintech industry was undeniable. They were often featured at industry conferences and events, showcasing their latest innovations and sharing their vision for the future of digital payments. Their commitment to excellence earned them numerous awards and recognitions. It seemed like nothing could stop Wirecard's meteoric rise. With ambitious plans for the future, Wirecard was poised to continue its trajectory of success. They had big dreams and the drive to make them a reality. The future looked incredibly promising for Wirecard, and everyone was eager to see what they would achieve next. The first signs of trouble came in 2019, a year that would mark the beginning of a dramatic unraveling. It all started when investigative journalists from the Financial Times began raising serious questions about Wirecard's accounting practices. These journalists were relentless, digging deep into the company's financial statements and uncovering inconsistencies that couldn't be ignored. There were whispers of fake transactions and suspicious financial activities that seemed to be hidden beneath the surface. These weren't just minor discrepancies, they hinted at something much more sinister. I remember discussing these reports with colleagues in the finance industry. At first, most people shrugged them off, thinking it was just another case of media sensationalism. After all, Wirecard had been a rising star in the fintech world, and many believed in its potential. Their CEO, Markus Braun, was seen as a visionary leader who had transformed the company into a global powerhouse. His confidence and charisma had won over investors and analysts alike. But as the months went by, the reports from the Financial Times became more detailed and alarming. They painted a picture of a company that was not just bending the rules, but potentially breaking them on a massive scale. Inside Wirecard's offices, there was a flurry of activity as executives scrambled to address the growing concerns. Publicly, they dismissed the allegations as baseless, but behind closed doors, there was a palpable sense of panic. Investors started to take notice, and Wirecard's stock began to show signs of weakness. What had once been a darling of the stock market was now under intense scrutiny. The first signs of trouble were no longer whispers, they were becoming loud and clear warnings of a storm on the horizon. Then, in June 2020, everything came crashing down. Wirecard announced that 1.9 billion euros, yes, billion with a B, was missing from their accounts. That's not a small oversight, it's a staggering amount of money. The company claimed that the funds were held in trustee accounts in the Philippines, but as investigations quickly revealed, those accounts never existed. The fallout was immediate and catastrophic. Wirecard's stock plummeted by more than 80% in just 2 days. I watched in disbelief as the company's value evaporated almost overnight. Markus Braun resigned and was arrested shortly after, accused of inflating the company's balance sheet and revenues to appear more prosperous than they were. The investigation revealed a complex web of deceit involving top executives and elaborate financial fraud. Wirecard had been reporting false revenues and profits for years, creating fake documents to cover their tracks. Jan Marsalek, the COO, became a fugitive, suspected of orchestrating much of the fraud. To this day, he's still on the run, and his whereabouts are unknown. The scandal didn't just affect investors, it shook the entire financial community. How could auditors, regulators, and investors have been so thoroughly deceived? The German financial regulator BaFin came under intense scrutiny for failing to detect the fraud despite numerous red flags.
Wirecard's rise and fall is a textbook example of corporate greed and the failure of regulatory oversight. It's a wake-up call for the entire industry.
The scale of the fraud and the audacity of those involved is almost unprecedented. It shows just how far some will go to maintain the illusion of success.
Wirecard filed for insolvency, leaving a massive hole in the confidence of the fintech industry. The scandal has led to significant changes in corporate governance and auditing practices. It also sparked a broader conversation about the need for greater transparency and accountability in the financial sector. As the trials began, more shocking details emerged. It was revealed that a small group of top executives had pressured underlings to falsify financial statements. These executives would meet secretly to cook the books, ensuring that the company always met Wall Street's expectations. And then there's Jan Marsalek, the COO who vanished without a trace. His disappearance added an extra layer of mystery to the scandal. Where is he now? Some believe he's hiding in Russia, others think he may have fled to the Middle East. The manhunt continues, and his story remains one of the most intriguing aspects of the entire saga. The scandal had a devastating impact on the lives of many Wirecard employees who lost their jobs and life savings. It was a stark reminder of the human cost of corporate fraud. The collapse of Wirecard wasn't just a financial disaster, it was a personal tragedy for thousands of families.
What a shocking story. The Wirecard scandal is not just a tale of financial mismanagement, it's a saga that has left an indelible mark on the corporate world. Imagine the shockwaves it sent through the financial community, shaking the very foundations of trust and integrity that businesses are built upon. The Wirecard scandal is a modern example of corporate fraud that had a massive impact on the financial world. It wasn't just about the money, it was about the betrayal of trust. Investors, employees, and customers were all blindsided by the extent of the deceit. Financial documents, once considered the backbone of corporate transparency, were manipulated to paint a rosy picture that was far from reality. It serves as a powerful reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of transparency and accountability in the corporate world. Corporate executives, who were once seen as untouchable, were finally held accountable for their actions. This scandal has set a precedent, showing that no one is above the law, and that ethical practices are not just optional but essential for the survival and credibility of any business. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into corporate fraud and scandals. We delve into these stories not just to inform, but to educate and empower you. Understanding these events helps us all become more discerning and vigilant in our own financial dealings. And if there's a particular case you'd like us to cover, let us know in the comments below. Your feedback is invaluable to us. We thrive on your suggestions and are always eager to explore the stories that matter most to you. Whether it's another corporate scandal, a financial mystery, or a tale of redemption, we want to hear from you. Stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video. Knowledge is power, and staying informed is the best way to protect yourself and your investments. Our team of dedicated journalists is always on the lookout for the next big story, ensuring that you stay ahead of the curve. So stay tuned, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.